everybody out there? Your Dark Avenger Chris here, and welcome back to another comic book review. Now, this review is special because this is the Viewer's Choice review. And for this Viewer's Choice review, we are going to be reviewing Justice League No Justice, issue number 1. But before we get into the review, I want to give a brief introduction to what this is, because this is the first time we're doing a Viewer's Choice video on the channel. And what the Viewer's Choice is I set up a poll on my Twitter through Pollmaker, and then you, the viewers, pick which book you'd like to see me do a solo review of. Now, I mentioned this last week on the Dark Avenger comic book review show that I'm starting to do solo reviews on the channel again. And I mentioned possibly wanting to try to do two. One that I pick and one that the viewers pick. So I said last week, let's test this out. So last week I put a poll together with 4 books. And I put it on Twitter and I shared it around. I mentioned it on the comic review show for this week. I mentioned it in multiple other places. And I said, let's see if anybody's going to vote. We got 11 votes. And Justice League No Justice won by a landslide. Most votes were for Justice League No Justice. So I decided, let's do this every week. So there will be a poll again this week. And these are the solo reviews I'll be doing every week. And then after the Viewer's Choice solo review, if I have another book that I'd like to do a solo review of, I will. If not, all books that are in the polls will also be on the Dark Avenger comic book review show. So if the book you voted for is not the winner of the Viewer's Choice, don't worry. I will still be reviewing and talking about it on the Dark Avenger comic book review show. So for anyone who didn't vote for Justice League No Justice, no worries. All 4 books will be part of the Dark Avenger comic book review show this coming Monday. However, these videos should be going live on Wednesday, Thursday. Whenever the video for the Viewer's Choice goes live, that day will be the day the poll goes live on my Twitter through Pollmaker. And next week, or for this week, we're doing 5 comics. I'm going to try to do it 5. I'd rather do 5 instead of 4. So we're going to pick 5 comics each and every week, and y'all will vote on it. I will mention actually what those 5 books are for next week's Viewer's Choice at the end of this video, so you all kind of know what the next 5 books will be. It'll be different companies. It'll always have a Marvel, it'll always have a DC, and we're always going to try to throw an independent in there as well. And we're going to try to do this each and every week. It really all depends on time. And again, it's your choice. The comics I choose and the comic that I review every week is up to you. So if you'd like your voice to be heard, make sure, check out the Twitter. Every week I'll be pinning it to the top of my Twitter. And if you have Pollmaker, you can follow me on Pollmaker. I believe there's a way to follow me on Pollmaker, Facebook, all social media. I will be posting it the day this video goes up. The next poll will be live. So definitely let your voice be heard and vote. Hopefully we will go for double the amount of voters in next week's poll. I hope all of you voice your opinion on it. But anyway, that is the intro for the Viewer's Choice. You will see and hear the next 5 comics that will be in the next poll for next week's books at the end of this video. And there will be a playlist called Solo Reviews. That will be for reviews I do and for the Viewer's Choice reviews, because it's still a solo review. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about Justice League No Justice issue number 1, the winner of this week's Viewer's Choice poll. Before we get into that, preview artwork will be showing up over here. And I was super excited when this book was announced. This is going to shake up the DC universe. This is going to shake up the teams of Justice League, Teen Titans, and Titans. And this is impactful. And this actually is from a ramification of an event that just happened, which is Metal. During Metal, the source wall was cracked. And that's how this book opens up, with the cracked source wall. And you have the Green Lantern Corps around it and trying to figure out how they're going to fix this cracked wall. And I like how Guy Gardner's like, this is a big deal. There's a huge crack in this wall that your Justice League put in. And now we've got to worry because this is the source wall. And it's dangerous. So I like how they kind of set that up. And then we jump to Earth. And on Earth, Brainiac is invading. And you have the Teen Titans, you have the Suicide Squad, you've got the Justice League all fighting Brainiac. And I liked it because there was the scene where Superman came onto the scene with the Justice League fighting Brainiac. And they're fighting and everybody's losing except the Justice League, of course. Because the Justice League had fought Brainiac before, Superman's fought Brainiac before. But Brainiac, in the middle of this fight, stops and says, I'm not here, you know, he shows Superman, look, I beat every single one of your teams. You will fail. If I continue this attack, you will fail. And I'm not really attacking you for that reason. This is to show you that if there was a great attack, you would fail. And then he's explaining to Superman that there's a threat and I've come to take you, not to fight you. And then we jump into a little while later, I guess, where the Teen Titans are waking up. Or it's not the Titans, it's two Teen Titans, it's Starfire and Beast Boy, along with Harley Quinn and Zatanna, wake up in this room, and they've got these weird suits on with these beacons on them, and they think that they've been abducted by Brainiac. So they break out of their cell or their room, we find out it's a room, and find other teammates. And Robin, which I love Damian in this book, because he's like, listen, you guys are just standing here, we're in Brainiac, my father's fighting, why aren't we fighting? And then Brainiac walks in and says, you're amongst allies. And there's the Justice League with him. And we find out Brainiac, there's a lot of dialogue in this book. That's one thing I will say, but I'll save that for the overview at the end. But Brainiac explains that he didn't come to Earth to attack it. He came to Earth looking for help. And he enlisted the heroes because his world of Cthulhu is being attacked. And it's being attacked by a Titan. And he explains what these Titans are in a huge 2-page spread. He gives the history of them, that there were four elemental Titans. And they left seeds on each and every planet in the galaxy, and they're kind of like Galactus. The worlds that are weak will be destroyed, and the worlds that are strong will be consumed so that they can become stronger. And each one of the four believe they are the strongest in the galaxy, so it's to prove which of the four is the strongest. And I like the way they set that up. And Cthulhu is being attacked because the crack in the source wall is what got their attention. And now they're back in the, I guess you could say, the universe, or in that world, that dimension. Because that's what got their attention for this Earth, this universe. And Brainiac's taking them now. The thing is, they have to fight in teams that they're not used to fighting before. So Brainiac has separated them into several different teams. And if you read the DC Nation issue 0, which kind of spoiled what happened in this issue a little bit, you already know the teams, you know why they've been picked, and what their goals are. And Brainiac is starting to explain it. While on Earth, Amanda Waller is pissed off that Brainiac has attacked, stolen all the heroes and villains. Yes, Brainiac actually had taken villains, because Batman's like, your teams are they're uneven. What are we gonna do? And then Lex Luthor, Starro, Lobo, and the Eternal Demon, whatever, all of them show up, and he's like, well, I wouldn't say we're all heroes here. So Brainiac brought together not only the superheroes, but the supervillains, anti-heroes, and everybody throughout the galaxy to fight these Titans, because only through their combined power are they going to be able to fight them. And like I said, you get the backstory on the Titans, and then you have Amanda Waller on Earth, who abductedly brought together all the psychics on the world to crack into Brainiac. And what this does is, and Brainiac, as they arrive at Cthulhu, he's like, you have to follow the instructions I'm about to give you perfectly, because one mistake and you will not only do my world, but while I was invading your world, I set your seed off as well. So if they destroy Cthulhu, they're going to come directly for Earth next. So basically, he set up a contingency plan, so if they wouldn't help him, they would be in just as much trouble. Or if they, kind of as a, because this is Brainiac after all, he's a villain. So as a means to kind of, or an incentive for them to beat the Titans on Cthulhu, the reason Brainiac set theirs is up is because if they fail at Cthulhu, they're going to fail on Earth too. So if he loses his world, they're going to lose their world. And as Amanda Waller is breaking into Brainiac, it kind of sets off a chain reaction. And as Brainiac is about to explain his plan, Amanda Waller breaks into Brainiac, it shuts itself down, and Brainiac explodes and dies. But we all know this from the DC Nation one-shot, because we found out there what was going to happen to Brainiac. So now Brainiac's gone. He's never explained his plan to the teams, and the teams have now arrived on Cthulhu and are face-to-face with one of the Titans. To be continued. This was a awesome kickoff for Justice League No Justice. This is going to be a weekly series, as a matter of fact, a weekly mini that, like I said, it's going to impact all of the DC Universe, all the teams in the DC Universe when all is said and done. And I think this book was done amazing. There was a lot of dialogue, but I think it was needed because in this book we had to get introduced to the Titans. We had to have Brainiac abduct the teams because we had DC Nation Zero. So we already knew what to expect in Justice League No Justice issue number 1. Brainiac, the Titans, and the separate teams that have to work together even though they are a composite of several different teams in order to save the universe. And I feel like that's why issue 1 had a lot of dialogue and got a lot out of the way. So this way, DC Nation Zero, now all that was revealed there is done. And when we get into Justice League No Justice issue number 2, it's something that we did not read about, except the last part where the Titans showed up on Earth and Supergirl was facing them. I guess that will be something that's thrown in somewhere in the middle of the event. But we all knew at some point they were going to attack Earth. So, dialogue aside, because it is Brainiac after all, and Brainiac likes to talk. The artwork was spectacular in this book. Tony S. Daniel did an amazing, amazing job with the art, the paneling, and everything. The book looked gorgeous. The writing was really great. I'm excited for Justice League No Justice issue number 2, and all of you should be as well. But with that, that's it for this review. So now it's your turn. What did all of you think about Justice League No Justice issue number 1? Did you read it? And if you did, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And as always, I will be in the comments below and I will be answering every single comment there. Did you like it? Didn't you like it? Are you excited for issue 2? Are you excited for what the ramifications of Justice League No Justice will be? Did you, if you didn't like it, why didn't you like it? I'd love to hear all of your opinions. And before we go, as this is the viewer's choice, I will let you all know what the 5 books are for the poll for next week. So for next week's viewer's choice, the 5 books I chose are The Superman Special, issue number 1, Peter J. Tomasi's last issue. Justice League No Justice, issue number 2. If you enjoyed this review for Justice League No Justice, issue number 1, do you want it to continue? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 82, Rat King story arc continues. All New Wolverine, issue number 35, the final issue of the All New Wolverines series. And Avengers, issue number 2, continuing with the new volume of Avengers. The poll is live. Let your voice be heard now. Thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, everybody, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting. And I will see you all really soon in the next video. Later, everybody.